When you hear the cloud or artificial intelligence, what do you picture? A magical, weightless network of data floating somewhere in the stratosphere? Let's be brutally honest. The cloud is not in the sky. It is incredibly heavy. It is made of concrete, steel, miles of fiber optic cables, and it has an absolutely insatiable appetite for the one thing keeping modern civilization alive: electricity. We've been tricked into thinking the AI race is just about who can write the smartest algorithms, but the real war, it's completely physical. AI isn't just software anymore, it's heavy industry. And right now, it's quietly moving into your neighborhood and plugging into your local power grid. Here's the crazy part. Every time you ask ChatGPT to write an email or summarize a PDF, you are pulling power from the grid, and it adds up fast. Independent analyses show that just to process its 200 million daily requests, ChatGPT alone burns through more than 500,000 kilowatt hours of electricity every single day. To put that in perspective, that is roughly 17,000 times the daily electricity consumption of an average American home. One app, 17,000 houses. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Because to train the next generation of these models, tech giants are building hyperscale data centers that are pushing national power grids to the brink of total collapse. Our current power grids simply weren't designed for this kind of hypergrowth. Take Ireland, for example. In 2024, official government data revealed that data centers swallowed up a staggering 22% of the country's entire metered electricity. Think about that. The servers in Ireland are now using more power than all the urban households in the country combined, and more than all the rural households combined. It's a zero-sum game. When a server rack gets power, someone else doesn't. But wait, the real problem is what this does to your wallet. In Northern Virginia, the undisputed data center capital of the world, the local grid is under so much stress that the utility company, Dominion Energy, had to initiate massive grid upgrades. And guess who usually pays for infrastructure upgrades? You do. Regulators recently approved a rate hike that adds an average of $16 a month to residential electric bills. But the backlash was so severe that politicians had to step in. To stop regular people from subsidizing big tech, regulators are forcing a new, ultra-expensive billing class called GS5 starting in 2027. Just to penalize these massive data centers. The people are waking up. The political pushback has begun. So, if you're a trillion-dollar tech giant and the public grids are either failing or getting too expensive, what do? You stop relying on the public grid. You build your own. For years, big tech has fed us a PR machine full of wind turbines and solar panels. But here's the physical reality that no amount of greenwashing can hide. Solar and wind are intermittent energy sources. The sun goes down, the wind stops blowing. But hyperscale data centers, they do not sleep. They can never be turned off. They require an uninterrupted 24/7 massive flow of electricity, known in energy engineering as baseload power. You cannot pause an AI training run because it's a cloudy day. The only way to get true carbon-free baseload power at the scale these tech giants need is nuclear. And over the last 6 months, we have watched the biggest corporations on Earth execute the most aggressive nuclear land grab in history. Let's look at the receipts. Microsoft just signed a historic 20-year power purchase agreement to literally resurrect Unit 1 of the 3 Mile Island nuclear plant. Yes, that 3 Mile Island. They are bringing it back from the dead to pump 835 megawatts of carbon-free electricity onto the grid. That's enough juice to power 800,000 homes, and Microsoft is taking it all. Amazon didn't even want to deal with the public grid. AWS dropped $650 million to buy the Cumulus data center campus in Pennsylvania. Why this specific plot of land? Because it is directly hardwired into the Susquehanna nuclear power station. They are bypassing the public grid entirely, scaling up to draw a massive 960 megawatts directly from the reactor core. And Google, they are playing the long game. They just signed a first-of-its-kind corporate deal with Kairos Power to actually deploy fleets of small modular reactors, SMRs. By 2035, Google plans to have 500 megawatts of next-gen nuclear reactors up and running. They aren't just buying power anymore. They are funding the atomic age 2.0. We are witnessing a fundamental shift in the global world order. A decade ago, tech companies just rented servers and wrote code. Today, they are mutating into state-level actors. By adopting a bring-your-own generation model, Amazon, Google, and Microsoft are transforming into some of the most powerful energy conglomerates in human history. The illusion of the internet as a free, weightless public square is over. The AI revolution isn't going to be won by the smartest coders in Silicon Valley. It's going to be won by whoever can bring a nuclear reactor online the fastest. The battle for the future isn't in the cloud. It's in the dirt, the concrete, and the atom. Welcome to the new nuclear era.